Hey, Joanne,
Hey, Marcie.
look at this. We're going to do the video. Check out this video. We're going to check out. Here's A, which is best. A, hold, B.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot, I turned you off. Sorry.
A,
Okay.
B, or C.
Yes, this is B. This is A. A.
Is clear. A is
B.
clear. B is
B.
blurrier, and the
Plus, it
angle
looks,
is different.
then I have to move this around, but it looks like I'm farther away. Where if I use this other one, this is the Logi,
Logitech.
L-O-G-I.
Oh,
Logi,
Logi.
L-O-G-I. L-O-G-I webcam.
Camp.
It's C920e.
So you clip it onto your
This is it.
computer. It's clipped on.
Yeah, I plugged it in to my laptop and it just hooks on to the back of the thing. Looks like this. That's it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
It's really
clear.
good.
It's clearer, yeah.
So I think this is my camera. I was going to send it back, but look, I think it is actually does make a difference. It almost looks like it's brighter too.
Yeah, you can see the difference, right?
I can. Or before, I think I was not really paying attention. I wasn't doing the back and forth. So that the back and forth.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Interesting, because I'm wondering maybe if I want one. I don't know. It comes out clearer though. Maybe for the podcasting video.
Well, we decided to do this Zoom because it's something new, and we do use Zoom with the stuff we do. We use Zoom. Do you use Zoom?
I do. I'm gonna take my glasses off because I'm not needing to read anything, but usually I have my glasses on, but then it reflects the light. So I'm like adjusting.
And
so I won't get the ring.
And it's so fun to see your beautiful face. I love your room with your little thing behind you too.
Yes, to hide the piled up things there back there.
So I have my AirPods in too. And instead of the microphone this time, can you hear me pretty good?
Yeah. How about you? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Because I don't usually use AirPods for Zoom, only because I don't know how to switch easily back and forth. So, but I did before we got on the call. I you know how you can test your microphone and your speaker. I did that and selected the right thing. Last week I had a few calls and I don't know what happened. I must not have been set up right because my audio, I couldn't hear anything, like I had a few classes and I'm like, I can't get this to work. Like I would be able to see, but it kept saying that the mic or the speaker was not connected, even though on the computer it looked like my AirPods were connected. So, but anyway, I figured that out.
Well, you figured it out?
Yeah, just in the Zoom setting, I had to do that. So so we'll see how it sounds.
Well, I think it sounds good. There's all the choices. There's the microphone that the school suggested we got would loop behind your ears and wrap around your head. So you have this little microphone come out. But I think I have a tiny head. So the microphone, I could adjust it, but it was like sticking out and the thing was all over. So I think this is the best choice, these AirPods.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. And then I was going to use, I have the, the earphones that I usually will plug into my phone, but but it doesn't plug into my computer. it's not the right size. So I
Because
need to get an adapter.
you need all of these cords because we wanted to do the phone thing today, the phone recording. And I have look at all these cords, I have all these cords and they're the wrong cords. You know why? Because this guy, oh shoot, this guy.
Yeah.
I need this guy.
Yeah, that's what I need.
I need them together.
Yeah, right. There's so many combinations, and so I need that too. I want to try it out to see if it makes a difference, having it directly instead of Bluetooth.
Well, look, I have this guy too. This is usually what I use for Zoom. Plus it's pink.
Oh, it is? Oh.
You know what? I have an extra one. You want to try it? Let me show you the end of it. Does that plug in? Would that plug into you?
Yeah.
I have an extra one. It's green because I love pink and green, but I don't use, I don't use them.
Oh,
two of them. I got them when we were trying to put our pod stuff together. Do you want to test it out? I'll pull one out and I'll bring it to you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Who knows? I might be doing, let's see. Can you do a podcast from just your computer? You can, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what we're doing right now, right?
Yeah, that's true. but we're on Zoom.
Yeah, but what do you mean? Because you think you want to do it live, or do you want to do it? You want to do it live?
No, not live, but recorded, but not on Zoom. Just into my computer. Oh, then maybe I can edit on GarageBand.
Mm-hmm. Or iMovie. If you want the video, you want to be in iMovie, or like there's all those other video editing things.
Oh my gosh, I think I signed up for I do have a trial that I'm not trying out. It's the Final Cut Pro. I think I signed up for a 90-day or 30-day. Maybe it was a 30-day trial, but I'm not using it.
Test it out, Joanne.
I know.
For 30 days. You know what? I did that with Calendly. Like they had like the trial. It expired. I didn't.
know. I do that so often. I sign up for these free trials and then I don't try it.
Because there's so many good things to choose from. Yeah. I try to do it all at once. I've got to go back to that calendar and be serious about the calendar.
I know. How's that been? Well, you were just on vacation, so.
Right, but I'm still trying to make friends with my calendar because Joanne, we have our pod today. Yes. And guess what has not happened?
What? Yes. You didn't do your artist date.
My artist date.
Oh.
Why do I not want to date myself? Who would not want to date this?
What happened? Like on what day was that? I saw you.
Right. And I'm like, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Remember what I said is my hard thing?
And then we said you talked about, maybe it was, I don't know what day it was, but then I said, oh, why don't you post it on Instagram?
I didn't do it.
Oh, I kind of didn't do mine either because I did make an appointment to go to the IMR float yesterday, but then it got messed up because their booking system allowed me to book when it really was not available. So I had to.
So did you reschedule?
I rescheduled for Wednesday. So that was going to be my date, but didn't happen. And
yeah. So I feel like this 2 weeks, because it's supposed to be 1 week, right? But we've given us an extra week. So we have 2 weeks to get all the things done. And I think maybe that can be a problem for me because I push things off if I have time.
More time.
So I haven't done all the things that I was supposed to do this week. I played around with my family instead.
Well, exactly. You were out of town, and I feel the same way. Like when I'm not, you know, in my scheduled home, I I don't know. I just drop everything.
Yeah. I have this in the calendar. We're meeting tonight for our little pod, we're meeting and I'm going to have to confess to all the things. Or I could just say, hey, this is what it is. I was
Right.
playing around.
Right.
And here we
Exactly.
are. I don't need to beat
It
myself up over it, but
it kind of was.
I do expect more from me.
Oh,
And that's
and
okay to have expectations, but it's okay. I
yes,
didn't reach them this week. I will this
right.
coming week.
Yes. So how will you talk to yourself about it?
I'm just going to say, I'm going to be kind, but I'm going to have
Yes.
to announce. Here I am announcing, confessing to you, but I'm going to have to confess to Jennifer this evening. And it's just what it is. I don't need to explain it. I just need to say I did not do it this time.
Yes. Right.
But I will this coming week.
Yeah. Well, I didn't do it either, so we're in the same boat.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness. Jennifer has done some amazing things. She's in all the newspapers. She's
I
getting all
know.
over
Oh my gosh. Review journal, right?
for her
And
book. Yeah.
for her book. Oh,
She's
that's
doing
so
so well.
awesome.
So yay to Jennifer.
Yes.
Jennifer.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, we're friends
And
with the published author.
right. And we're friends with her. She's in our pod. I feel like she's leading us.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, such a good feeling, like I love that feeling, seeing other people's successes, like what I'm in made to do this. And although that group is so big, so I can't really see everybody's, what they're doing, but just within my own little pod, to see their progress and their successes, it's like so good, so good. Like this stuff works.
So it is inspiring, yeah?
It is inspiring. Yes. Yes.
I feel like when I'm watching those people that I love, like I'm not a huge Instagram person, but I've been playing around with it because of your Canva girl.
Yes.
She's my friend too. But anyway, I've been trying to use some of the things she taught. So I've been looking at other people that I really like the Human Builder. Do you know who that is?
I don't think so.
All right, you should check out the Human Builder.
The Human
She's
Builder.
she's so stinking cute. How did I come across her? Oh, I came across her because through another friend who is a voice teacher.
Oh,
So anyway, she's called the Human Builder, and her Instagram, that's who I want to be. That's who I want to
oh,
be on Instagram, is the Human
okay.
Builder.
The Human
So then
Builder.
if
And what?
if I watch her, I can,
Yeah.
tired every time I
Yes.
watch her.
What
So
does she talk about?
She has a program too that you can do, but it's building your human, building yourself, building you.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so good. Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, so the real Canva girl has started a Facebook group. I think it's private for now, but she already had 47 people sign up for it. I'm like,
Yeah.
go, go, go. And
Right.
I'm noticing, yeah, but that kind of seems like maybe that's a good formula, start a Facebook group and build a community. So that's the start. So who else are you following and inspired by?
Well, I like the real Canva girl too. She's on there. She has a couple pages, but I did see her Facebook group, and I thought that would be a good idea too. I like Jen Pasteloff. I'm still pretty. I still keep my eyes on her pretty steady.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Sherry, I'm pretty involved with her group, so I'm keeping an eye on her. There's all kinds of people, but those are the people that I feel like that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do, is what they're doing. So how do I do that? I watch them do it
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
practice it, but that's what I want. That's
Yeah.
the kind of thing that I want to do. How
And
about you?
I think that's the way to become it too. You watch and you observe and you feel how it feels, and then you do it. So yeah, same. Like I think, I don't know who was talking about it. Maybe it was, can't remember who, but talking about soul teachers. And the Sherry, I think my two main ones right now at this moment are Sherry Galata and Cathy Heller. Sherry for just the deep work that she does, and the excavating and the practices.
Yeah.
The practices are like right now, that's the big thing is practices, and you just find like the least what can you do consistently and start with that. Don't try to do the whole thing every day. Just go, as it's like building a muscle. So I like her. I like Cathy Heller with her business knowledge, and but yet she's so tapped into who we're made to be, and who else?
I love Cathy because she's so focused on love and self-love. That's the
Yeah,
key to all of it.
yeah.
That's
It's not a business course where you do this, and this, but it is, about love, about
who are
acknowledging
you?
yeah,
Yeah.
who are
Who
you,
are
and
you?
who are you serving?
Mhm.
So those are two really good questions to answer for yourself.
Yeah.
Those are the main ones. So
Well, I have decided with all of this play that I really like podcasting as well. So I've been playing around with the idea of doing my own podcast. And some of the podcasters that I really love are Dear Gabby. I love Dear Gabby. Do you ever listen to Gabby Bernstein?
oh no.
Yeah. I
I
don't know
haven't
how,
listened to hers.
I'm not quite sure how she does it, but she has people call in and she talks to them like real people
Oh,
on her podcast.
oh, really?
So I don't know if she does
Ooh.
that live somewhere else and then she puts it into her podcast, maybe. I'm not quite sure about that,
Oh,
but I
interesting.
I really like her.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, and especially, being coaches, that's the thing,
Right.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
I think
I
the podcasts that I like are uh I like the Satellite Sisters and Cathy Heller's podcast. And well, when Sherry and Nancy were going, they were the number one.
they were the ones that got us started.
Yes, yeah. But I still like the side hustle school. That's
Yeah.
that's the one you introduced me to. It was the
Right.
first ever podcast
Oh,
I
yeah.
ever listened. I never had listened to a podcast before, so I still enjoy him. Chris Chris Guillebeau.
Yeah, I have a bunch of podcasts that I listen to and that they just stack up in my thing because I don't
Oh, I
have time to listen
know.
to them all.
Yeah, I know. I keep subscribing to the new ones, that I learn about, but I don't. I'm not really a faithful listener right now. To
You
you
have
know,
so
like
much going on right now.
I know.
And
So
then, yeah.
I was going to ask you, so about your podcast ideas. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking, first of all, I have to come up with a name. And I'm Marcie Party on Instagram, and my website is the Marcie Party. So I was like, do I have to be the Marcie Party? It would make sense that I would be the Marcie Party, but I feel like that's not that's not speaking to my soul. The Marcie Party
Oh,
podcast. I need to
yeah,
have a different title. So I've really been thinking about that this last week. So now what is it that I want to chat about? And
right,
it's
right.
like I want so what is it that I want? Like I like to help people. I am a helper. And my person is me, right? What I've been through, I'm like so excited about what I've learned that I want to
Yeah,
share it with others, right? So just that awareness, that self-awareness, becoming self-aware, like being able to tap into who you are, and it's always evolving, right?
right.
But
Hmm.
knowing that there's an option for you always, always. Even when you
Always.
think there isn't a choice, there is always a choice. Always. So,
Oh, hmm.
and knowing, being willing to take a minute to quiet down to find that out, and then, have the confidence to follow through on it, even when the world is not there saying, they're questioning you, going,
Yeah,
really? Are you sure about that?
right.
So I
Huh.
guess
Well,
rewriting your story. And I think that's why Sherry Salada's um, program has spoke to my heart so much.
yeah.
It's really
May-
changed my world.
I know, right? I mean, everything and the thing is that she is doing everything that she wants to do, everything
Yeah.
she wants to talk, and it happens that there's a bunch of other people that want that same thing. So a thought that came up just now is, I wonder if you keep it along the same lines as the Marcy party, maybe something like helping people see like the invitation, it's always there. Like they always have the option, to something, I don't know, something
I like that. The
along those lines,
invitation.
something about to know they're always invited, or the door is always open, or something like that, where because an invitation is it's there, but it doesn't, unless we take it, unless we
Right.
respond, unless we RSVP, you know.
Oh my goodness, Joanne. That's so good. That's so good.
Yeah. So all those things you can tie it in,
Invitation, RSVP. Yes.
because it's gonna come, if I get an invitation, it's up to me to say
Right.
yes,
Right.
and then also when I get there, you know, my best experience is if I'm gonna engage. if I'm gonna
Right.
choose to enjoy myself. You know,
So look,
I could go grumpy.
so that's fun to think about it that way. When you're like a kid and you get invited to a party, like you want to get invited to the party, right?
And then yeah,
And then like when you go to the party, who are you following when you're at the party? Are you following what you want, or are you following all your friends? You know, are you joining, like, are you
yeah,
following the leader, or are you listening to your heart? There's so
right.
much of that we follow without, we
And
just,
the reality is we don't have to wait, like, you know, sit hoping I get invited. It's like, no, you are
you are
invited.
invited.
Like,
Right.
there's no, there's no question about that, you
Right.
know. And
You're always
sometimes,
invited.
yeah, and sometimes we live like we can't move until we're invited, but we are already. So,
Right. So like I want to give everybody permission to just do that. Whatever,
yeah,
just sit long enough to figure out what that is and then do it. And like there's no, like Sherry says, no one and done. Like what we've been
right.
doing is playing around. We've got ourselves dirty a little bit, and sometimes it hasn't turned out the way that we were expecting it to turn out. But the party must go on. Life
Yeah,
still
it's
continues on.
it's
So
going.
you think you're pausing, but you're not. It's still going. So
Yeah,
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 that's good. Thanks, Joanne. That gives me something to think about.
yeah.
I like that.
Play
I
around,
like
play
that.
around with that.
I'm gonna play around with that. Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, well, I'm still thinking about mine. So I think last time I mentioned the idea, and uh, the idea of being a slow getter was the idea of somebody who takes small, consistent action to meet their goals and their dreams, and it could start now. So uh, I think, yeah, I'm like, I kind of feel like I just start soon, because it's, the whole messy thing,
Yeah.
and this is the reality, and the podcast I think would be about just my own journey and what I'm doing,
Mm-hmm.
how I'm taking those small little steps and then put them in a 30 day challenge format. I'm thinking, well, if I do like every other month, do a 30-day challenge on something. So that's kind of the idea. And then we had our homework was to go live on Instagram or Facebook. I didn't do it, but then I thought, what if maybe that would be my challenge, is to go live every day, like, 30-day challenge of going live.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be long or anything like that, but because the thing that Cathy says is that, I'm sure other people say it as well, but clarity follows action. So because I think I haven't acted on it, because I haven't figured it all out, how everything will fit together. Um, so that is what like holds me back. It's like, well, I don't really know what how it's all gonna work yet. But that's the whole idea of the podcast, is that it's not gonna be a you know an all figured out thing. It's gonna be me doing things messy, and
Right.
just doing it. So um I get distracted, like, oh, okay, well, maybe I should get that Facebook group ready
Right.
for the community, and then I start going in different directions. So the
I
main thing
call,
is to start.
I'm
You
sorry, I was interrupting. I was going to say, I call that procrastinating. You're procrastinating. You're
But I'm
busying
not even.
yourself with all the good things to get ready, to get ready, to get ready, to get
But
ready.
the thing is, like, I'm not even working on them. I'm just thinking about them. I look over there. I'm like, oh, should I do that? But then I don't do anything. But like the whole course has been like just a bunch of stuff come in. So yeah, so coming up soon, then I will do something like either start that live or start doing the podcast.
Well,
because I kind of have my artwork done. I haven't finished it quite yet,
yes.
but that cover,
Yes, it's so cute.
which can also change at any time. So,
well, I think talking to you and hearing what you think your struggles are, what you really are good at is like the calendaring that I feel like I need to continue to practice. I feel like you're really good at calendaring. Do you think that? Do you agree? Like if something is coming up, you don't forget it. You always know. And you honor
well,
your calendar.
yeah, I don't feel like I have that much stuff going on though.
But right, but
I
you do.
I remember
Yeah,
because
you honor the calendar, and I'm so glad that you do and talk about it a lot because it reminds me, oh yeah, that was supposed to be on my calendar. But maybe Joanne, you just need to set a deadline.
yeah, I'm thinking, so let's see, August, we're in August right now. So next week is September, right?
I know, yes.
So I'll start my, although I like having the 30-day challenges start on the 1st, it's a little easier to remember because
I like that.
I've done it not that way before, and I would always have to go back. What day am I on?
Yes,
So
I like that.
September 1st, I'll start a challenge, and let's see. Can I do the podcast thing on that day? Well, okay, what's my 30-day challenge? It's going live. It's going live. It's talking about the podcast. It's starting the podcast whether I have it actually done or not. But hopefully I can get it done. I'll start talking about it though. And this week I'll announce that I'm going to do a 30-day challenge live Instagram challenge. I wonder what the difference is. Facebook and Instagram. Doesn't matter, huh? I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I don't think that they're I think they're the same, but but your group that's going to listen or watch you is probably a little bit different. Maybe. Do you have the same followers on both?
I feel like no. I feel like maybe Facebook. Let's see. I don't even really know who I want to reach. So I think there's more engagement in Facebook. Maybe. Oh, I know what. I'll test it out.
There you go.
It'll be a test. I will do either. It's either going to be Instagram or Facebook, and I'll choose a time. I'll need to choose a time so people know. 8:00.
So I think it's good. I think it's good to get specific about all the things that you want to do and then set a deadline. Now you know what to work for and you know when it needs to be done. Right. you know, because you're so
Yeah.
good at honoring your calendar. You're so good at that.
But yeah, I think, but that's why maybe that's why the deadline thing is like, unless I know I'm going to do it,
You don't
I'm
commit
not
to
going
it.
to say it. I'm not going to commit to it.
That's
You
very
know?
interesting. Yes.
So, because, I think we talked about this before. It's like, I don't know. I don't feel like I do really well with deadlines, you know? Maybe it's because I don't commit to them because I have my reasons, I guess. uh, Isn't
Well,
that funny though? I mean, I could commit to a 30-day thing, but to have something done by a certain time, like the podcast, like I'm thinking, can I do it by September 1st? You know,
well, maybe you
that's what I
aren't
thought.
quite, maybe you're not quite sure about it. Like, do you want to do a podcast?
Oh, I do, yeah, but
Oh,
it's just
okay.
like not, well, yeah. I'll tell you what I feel. Okay, so if there's a deadline, I feel uh like pressured and rushed. That's my feeling. I don't
Oh,
like that feeling.
right. Okay.
That's maybe why, and maybe that's why the whole idea of the podcast is taking
The
small steps. Yeah, the slow getter.
the slow getter.
Maybe that's, I don't know. Um, Maybe that is, well, we'll see. Because I feel like if I commit and do something small every day, um, things will get clearer for me, and then I could move, with that momentum.
Is your podcast going to be like a once a week thing, like what we've been doing, or do you want it to be like when you're working on something type deal? You know, some people pop
Uh,
in once a month or when they have a big project, or are you wanting to do this regularly?
no, yeah, like once a week, and even that to me is small and manageable while staying consistent.
I see.
Yeah. Well, maybe during the podcast sometime we'll figure out what this thing with a deadline is for me.
That's very interesting. We could totally chat about that. Yes. I
Uh,
I think with my podcast, I'm going to want to probably invite some of my other life coach friends on and chit chat. It was so fun to listen to that podcast you shared from the one that's in your group, and then
yeah, and Janine
yeah, Janine.
from our Sherry group.
Yes, she's so cute out there to kill all the unicorns. Excuse me.
I
But it was
know.
fun to hear her story. So you totally understand why, like her idea.
Yeah,
All those unicorns that are keeping her from her dreams.
right, right. It's like, I'll be happy when instead of
Right.
instead of deciding now. It can
Yeah.
happen now. Um, well, I'm interested to see how this podcast, like how it comes out, because this is a good way to chat with people, like, and interview people for
Yeah.
the podcast. I mean, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think it's going to be easy to put on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Have you seen that? Have you looked at our YouTube channel?
Not
I've posted our
recently.
little mini videos on there.
Okay, nice.
So they're all on there. The little
And for
mini
you
episodes.
listeners out there, check out our
Oh,
YouTube.
that's right. Go look at our mini episodes. I
The
mean, they're just like
unicorn.
clips, little clips of our shows when we started doing video. What are we going to do next? Well, here we are. We're testing out Zoom. And I want to think about who do we want to talk to? I
Yes,
loved
yes,
having guests on. It was fun to chat with guests.
yes.
So we should think
I
about where we want to go from here.
Yes. I'm thinking maybe some women entrepreneurs in the area, or like if we are looking at examples and people we want to follow, if we can find some of those kinds of people locally. It's hard to get the big names right now, but
it's only hard if we say so. Look at how we got Dre. We just asked.
Just ask.
Who else do we want to ask?
Well, and it was nice to, I'm sure Ruthie knows people, and like we know people who know people.
We know people who know people.
And that's all it takes.
And the more people we know, the more people we know.
Yes, yes. So ideas of making Las Vegas our lover, continuing on other sections of Las Vegas.
So I have stickers that say I made Las Vegas my lover. I have stickers and pins. I'm still waiting for them to get here, but I've seen them. I've seen them. They're cute. Like the picture that somebody made for us.
Nice.
Anyway, I'm still waiting for them because we have people who need their major award.
Yes, yes. All right. Well,
yeah. Anything else, Joanne? We've got a lot going on, a lot to play with.
Yes. And we need some planning. We need to do some planning for Italy.
That's right, we do. We need to pick our place.
We've got to pick our place. And I don't know if I told you, but I think prices have increased. I feel like they have, because I'm looking at places and I'm like, wasn't this much before? So prices may have increased, but I think once we find a place, then we could start. We'll have our dates and invite people who want to join us, and then we're there.
So you still want to go in March? And
April. Okay.
You don't want to like push it to April and May, and maybe just be in the neighborhood of a group of people.
Yeah. That was my idea. Mid-March to mid-May.
Okay.
But if the prices have gone up, if we need to shorten our time, then we just go later.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't know. I think it's
then we should probably get on that.
I think it's still doable.
Yeah, we should probably get on that then.
And then yeah. So we'll think about our guests. We'll start finding some guests for our future podcast for the rest of the year, and continue thinking about Italy, working on our podcast.
Yeah, just having fun.
Yep.
So, well, this was fun chatting with you this way, Joanne.
Yeah. Yes.
We'll see how it turns out.
I know. I'm excited. It's going to be good. It's going to be a new option of connecting with people. Right?
Yep. Yep. Alrighty.
All right. Well, have a great day.
Have a good day. And we're having lunch later. So I'll see you later. Yeah. And I'll bring this microphone for you to test out.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Bye.
Well, I'll see you later.